tutorial is specifically about how to level up your V-step. If you're just beginning the V-step and you haven't learned it yet, I have a really extensive tutorial, probably 10 minutes long, on how to do the V-step, building it up all the way from basic pivoting into what we know as this move now. This video specifically talks about kind of how to get from level 2-ish in my little demo all the way up to the level 4. Now, when we first start shuffling, we tend to do everything a little bit stiff. We don't quite understand how to bend our legs. We don't really have a great center of gravity. And so we tend to learn things in a very stiff way, straight legs. And I myself learned how to do the V-step with this sort of really stiff way. And I hung on to that for a really long time before I realized that there's ways to make it look a lot better. So let's talk about how to do that. Very, very simple way to get from level 2 to level 3. All you need to do really is to spread your feet a little bit further apart, bend your knees a little bit more. So I'm going into this in my typical flat-footed perch position, knees in, toes in. And on the count, I'm going to try to keep everything bent as I move into that toe-up, heel-up position like this. So this is kind of what I'm looking for. I've got my feet fairly far apart. My unweighted leg is straight on the heel, and my weighted leg is pretty well bent on the toe. And then I can come back to center here. So I'm going from this bent perch shape into a wide-legged V-step. Back here, wide-legged V-step. And then if I can keep myself pretty low throughout this move, keep my knees bent, then I'm going to get a much more dramatic looking V-step. So that's kind of what level 3 looks like. To get it up to level 4, you have to add the bounce or the hop. So in this case, I'm still going to start from the same perch position. I want my feet relatively far apart. I want my knees bent. But instead of just rolling over to the side like this, I'm actually going to hop it to the side like that. Let me show you that again without falling over, from here to here. Then I'm going to go right back to the center again and do the same hop on the other side. Let me do one quick demo of that from the back. So starting with the sort of level 2 stiff version that looks like this. We're going to go into the level 3 wide legs, knees bent version that looks like this. And then finally, we're going to do the hop version. Bent, wide feet, hop to one side, back to the center, hop to the other side, back to the center. Make sure that your toes are in on the perch position and your heels are in on the landing. Heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Please reach out if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.